Colorado. We're in Golden, Colorado, right after tunnel number 1. We're gonna go prospect the inside bend of this mountain right here. So I'm on the inside bend of tunnel 1 off Highway 6 in Golden, Colorado. I'll probably work this area right here. It's a pretty big crack in this rock. Test all that material and set up the sluice right down here. So I did my first test pan right behind this rock. Just did a couple scoops, put it in the Garrett Super Sluice, and you probably can't see it on the camera, but there's about 10 colors in there. Maybe you'll see it on my phone. But yeah, I'm gonna set the sluice up and go to town. Finally got the sluice set up. That was pretty difficult. Got the first bucket of material classified down. There's a bunch of black sands in there. We'll run this first bucket and see what we have on the top mat. Here's the hole I've been digging. Right next to this rock right here, bedrock, whatever you want to call it. There's a 5th bucket, about to run it. The sluice is down there. And I'll do a clean out after the 5th bucket. Here's the hole. It's about 1 foot deep. I'll probably go along that whole rock if the clean out looks good. All the pans here. Let's go see what the sluice is looking like. You can see all the lead in the top mat here. When you see that, you know the sluice is working good and your gold is gonna stick. About halfway full of black sand. And the 3rd to last ripple. Top's almost full. Let's do a clean out. Here's the top mat. Nails. Some lead. Saw a few specks in there, but let's go clean it out, see what it looks like. So out of the 5 buckets of material, we probably got almost a 1/4 bucket. Have the snuffer bottle, jet dry to break the water tension so the gold doesn't float, because it will, and the black sand magnet. First pan going, let's see if there's any gold in it. Got a few pieces in there, just covered in micro gold. Just a couple chunky pieces, but let's see what's in the rest. So I put all the classified material into this gold pan here, and I have the black sand magnet, which picks up all the magnetite. Doesn't really pick up the hematite, but make sure you shake it off in the water so the gold likes to stick to it. Looks pretty cool. And when you pull this trigger, all comes off. Well, here's a pretty big pan. You probably can't see it, but it's super, super fine gold. But it's just covered all right here. You can kind of see it, but I'll clean it up later and put it in a vial. So I panned out all that material. That's the gold I got. Looks like a golden crescent moon. Might be able to see it on my phone better. Put a macro camera up to it. So 4 buckets. Clear Creek, right behind tunnel number 1. It's day 2 of prospecting Clear Creek. Found a nice inside bend. I think it's the one I was at last year. Found this huge quartz rock. Broke it open, see if there's any gold veins in it. Got the sluice set up. Keen A52. Miner's moss ran all the way down. It's supposed to be 87 degrees today, so it's gonna get pretty hot. I got my snorkel. Might dive down in here. Go sniping for some nuggets. Yeah, let's get started. So here's the hole I've been digging. Bunch of cobble. Pretty rough to get down in there. There's a lot of fire ants around here too. Jamie's collecting rocks. Tailings pile so far. Say what's up to the YouTube. The last of the 3rd bucket. See if we get in there. Got black sands building up here. The top riffle's almost full. Flowing nice. About to jump in right there with my snorkel, see if I can find some bedrock. I bought some crevicing tools so I get down in the cracks. We'll check it out in a little bit. Anyways, I'm gonna do 5 buckets, then do a clean out. Stay tuned. So here's the hole. After classifying 5 buckets, pretty good so far. Ran 5 buckets through the sluice. Probably not gonna be able to see it on camera. Right, there's a piece of gold right there. All right, time for a cleanup. Well, took the sluice out of the water. Got a nice amount of black sands. I looked in the top mat. And up here, there's a little flake right there. There's another one. And then there's a bunch of tiny ones. So I'm gonna take it apart, put it in the bucket. Let's see what we got. So clean it all out. And that's all we got out of 5 buckets. A bunch of these little guys down here. So let's clean it out. Let's see how much gold we got. Well, here's the cleanup out of those 5 buckets. It's not too much, but better than nothing. Well, it's day 3 of prospecting Clear Creek. Just climbed down this little mountainside. Now we're crossing the creek to get to the inside bend right here. Let's go find some gold. So I made it down to where I wanted to prospect, but it looks like someone beat me to it. There's a huge tailings pile. Looks like someone was running a dredge. There's a huge quartz rock right here. I think they're working around. I did a few test pans here and I didn't really find that much, just a speck in each pan. So I think I'm gonna go back to tunnel 1 on that inside bend. So we're gonna have to cross this creek again and climb this hill right here to get back to the car. As you can see it, it's up there. But let's go to it. So I'm back behind tunnel 1 again. The tunnel runs through that mountain. A couple days ago we were prospecting down about 100 yards. Found some pretty good gold. Found this pretty cool rock and waterfall. So we did the first test pan. I'll show it to you. So we did the first test pan, and this whole line is covered in micro gold, probably 100 pieces. So I think we found a really good spot right behind this rock right here. So we're gonna start mining that. Here's the hole I've been digging, right by this big rock. It's heavy in irons, black sand, and I found a bunch of lead in it. I'm on my 3rd bucket, and you can see that whole corner is full with lead, fish sinkers, so I know it's working. I have a perfect V on my sluice box. It's a really good setup. I'm gonna run a few more buckets and do a clean out. We're going on our 5th bucket here. Have a huge pile of lead. BBs and fishing sinkers right there. Been digging a hole right there. It's about 2 feet deep now. I think after this bucket I'm gonna go ahead and do a clean out. Well, took the sluice out. It's all lead right here. Little pieces of gold everywhere. There's a pile of gold right here. And then just a bunch of black sand. Let's pan it out. Well, panning the last of it, I took all the black sand out with a magnet, threw it in a bucket. I'm gonna pan that next. But look at all that lead. Bring it back. Just tiny micro gold all along the line. There's a couple chunks in there. I'll put everything in a vial for the ending of the video. Well, we made it back home, did the final clean out, put everything in a vial. That's all we got out of the 3 days. There's some nice pieces in there. It's not much, but it's cool finding it. If you want to go find it, it's in Golden, Colorado, Tunnel 1, and you have 10 miles up, I believe, that you're allowed to prospect. See you guys next time.